What's up, Misfits and Moonbasers? It's your boy Ray Recall here. Sorry for the long wait. It's been really hectic, but fortunately, I am back. I have 2 reviews in the pipes and more on the way. So let's get started. So yesterday, I received a package with some pretty awesome stuff. I had a Dragon Ball Super figure, and go ahead and remove Shockwave real quick. Boom! Planet X figures. So yeah, I got Triton, who is their Dinobot paddles, and Asclepius, who is their Perceptor, and these are the War for Cybertron designs. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Today we're going to be looking at Triton. Why? Because I feel like it. I did get these at BigBadToyStore.com during their Planet X sale, so that's why I was able to afford these at all. But yeah, you know, I just got them yesterday. Haven't opened the box. My goodness, that's loud. Some of that background music, sorry about that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get them out of the box. And that is taped shut. Go ahead and get my... Has anybody seen, what was that movie? Us, by Jordan Peele? Saw it with my girlfriend over the weekend. It was pretty awesome. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get them out of the box. Whew. It's heavy. Alright, so first up, we got some instructions. There's a collector card there. Awesome. We will be needing these instructions, so we'll go ahead and get them out. Bada boom. And go ahead and remove cardboard. And there you go. So this is everything that you get in package. You have the figure itself. 2 of these big mofo cannons. 2 swords, and what will become the tail, which is a separate weapon piece. So let's go ahead and open this up. Get them out. Yeah. A bit heavier than I expected. And we'll just get everything out. And the open. Feels so good to have a figure that you don't have to manhandle out of the little plastic clips. Anyway, so here we have Triton, who is based off the concept art for War for Cybertron paddles. It's got a good weight to him. Ooh, nice ratchet joints. They do feel that going forward feels good. That back one's a little bit scary. Oops. Some of his kibble came loose. There we go. There we go. So yeah, it's a pretty... Whoop, that needs to stay in there. Let me see. I might have to figure out how to transform that around. Anyway, it looks like a very good figure. Get in on that head sculpt. It's very dino body design. Head's on a ball joint. Let's see. Can these move out of the way? Yes, they can. Arms can do, you know, full 360. They can go in and out on several joints, but I think it's supposed to stay there. There is an actual joint in here for proper outward movement. Bicep swivel right here. Elbow is about 90 degrees of bend. Let's see, anything at the wrist? Yes, there is wrist rotation. Fingers are all solid. He does have a waist articulation, that's good. Arms can go forward that far, back that far. Whoops. bit floppy, but it might just be because it's just fresh out of the box. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Those are some scary ratchet joints. Legs can go out that far. Thigh swivel. Double joint at the knee. The little knee guards can move up and down. Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's scary tight. And looks like the toes can move in and out, but there's no actual foot articulation that I can see. Yeah, it's all solid, so. That was very unprofessional. I really need to get a better stand and stop using my phone. Anyway. So unprofessional. Technical difficulties, everyone. Just bear with me. Now. So, yeah. That is just a basic look at Triton. For size comparison, here he is with the current leader class Shockwave. Just so you get a good idea of scale. Oh, I completely forgot about accessories. He does come with some screw hole covers. Probably won't use these though, just in case there's anything I need to tighten or loosen up. He does have 2 swords that are cast in a clear, transparent orange, but painted over black. Just come with 2 of those, and he can hold both of them. He comes with 2 massive energy, I don't know what you would call this, launchers, cannons, whatever. And they do have 5mm ports here, and a longer handle here, so he can hold them or, you know, have them stored on his body. You know, the paddles right here, I think. Yeah, you can store these like right here if you want. And he's got 2 of those. And then finally, go ahead and put these back down. Yeah, there we go. He has his tail weapon. There is, yeah, there's a bit of articulation here at this joint, but none of the others. This does spin, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, whoops, that pops out. Come on. So, yeah, that just sticks right back in there. I was under the impression that they might open up. They clearly do not, but they do spin. So, and he does have a handle right there, so you know he can hold it. It'll look kind of like Age of Extinction Scorn, how he had that one whole arm that was his tail. So, alrighty, now to get into the fun part for me. Because I, as I said before, have never opened this up, never even looked at the instructions, and if you notice, oof, tiny, tiny, tiny instructions. So, bear with me on this. Let's see if we can get this done in a orderly fashion. So, first step. Oh, girl, what are you doing? Okay. So the first step is to move these arm panels, which were down here, start shifting them up. Like so. Come down to the bottom of the arm, open up the forearm, and rotate. Ooh, that is solid. One of these days I'm going to have to show you my setup so that you know the struggle that I have to go through whenever I make these videos. Anyway, open that up. Maybe, yeah. Rotating the wrist slightly will help you get it in there. Alright. Extend the arms all the way out, like so. Split these, if I can get them split. And they're very strong, like so. Like so. Rotate 180 at the bicep swivel. That is an interesting way to place it if you need to rotate it. Oh, that's interesting. There's actually a little joint right there. Huh. Let me go ahead and see if I can move this back down so I can get that rotated properly. There we go, much better. And then, once that's there, this closes up, and you can see that'll be part of the tail. Do it again on the other side. Okay, yeah, this joint is much less tight. Lift this up, and close that in. Like so. Then what you want to do is go ahead and close these up all the way over his head. Work with those joints, and you see his head fits right into that little notch inside his arms. And then just peg everything together. You might want to work with that little joint in there. You have a lot of joints to play with on this figure, so if you can't maneuver it, just give it a little bit of a little extra love. Little love goes a long way. There you go. That is not wanting to stay together for some reason. You know what? Come back to that in just a second. Hang on one moment. Okay, done. That took some finagling. Alright, but as you can see here, some of the panels, don't want to close together all the way, but that's pretty close to what you're going to get. So next, what you want to do is you want to take the tail, and if you notice it has grooves on the side, that'll actually fit into these little notches right there. So let me see if it wants me to do it at a certain angle. And it does not. So go ahead and just slide those grooves over the parts in the tail. You can hardly see what I'm doing. There we go. And that just fits on like that. Oop, nope. There we go. Now it's on there. And that just completes the look of the tail. It does have a few gaps in it, but oh well. What are you doing? You stay back there. We're not done. We're not at that part yet. Alrighty, so now what you want to do is you want to take these, swing them down, oops, and around, and that post will go into that little port right there. And so I'm going to super glue this camera to the stand one of these days. Okay, so you have it like that. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take this entire armature, swing it down, and as you can see it's on that double hinge. So you're going to swing this all the way down so that little gray piece fits nice and snug in that little spot. Then this black piece has a little post right there that'll go into this port right there, and boom, now that is locked into place. So now you have the back end of paddles all done. Let's see if I don't have it like that. So now you have all this front to work with. So So the first thing you want to do is come to the... That does not stay tabbed in. I'm going to have to check and see if there's a fix for that. Come to the back of the legs, and what you want to do is on this hinge, swing out is front flippers. I'm going to go ahead and do that again on the other side. Extend that and flip them out like so. Next, it says you want to go ahead and move this out of the way. Ooh, move that out of the way just a little bit. You're going to want to take this post, and it'll fit into that, or this port will have that post right there. So let's see. Go ahead and flip up these panels too, by the way. Just as you can see, oops. Port, tab, tab, port. So let's go ahead and maneuver these up so that they will go right there. One second. Done. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to play with these double hinges a little bit. Try to make them as straight and flat as possible, and then that tab will go into that port there. Next up, I just need to get a better camera. Okay, so next up, you want to take these little pieces and just slide them down. I swear to Primus, if this camera falls one more time, I'm scrapping the entire review. Yeah. Okay. Let me move my arms around to the other side. There we go. So what you want to do now is extend this entire armature down. Let's see, where is it? Yeah. Okay. Extend this out and through. Okay, as I mentioned before, the instructions on this guy aren't so good. So you want to actually extend that before you tab in the feet so you don't have that clearance issue. Next up, you're going to want to take the neck, open it up, extend, and collapse it back together, just like so. And then if you look down here, there will be a little tab that goes, let's see, where does it go? Okay, so this closes up, as I previously mentioned, if I can get it to align, and then that tab just rests right there for now. Come to the back, close up these two panels, and they should lock in if I can get them to work. There's a lot of finagling on this figure, I am very sorry to say, but it should be doable. Gonna have to fix that in a second. Then come down to the bottom, untab the chest, turn it 180, and you'll see that tab goes into this port right here, and that'll lock in the neck if I can get it to reach. Skibbity wop ba ba, bingo. And there you have, if I can get his mouth open, paddles. So, okay, I don't have a desk. This is just on a box on my bed. So, anyway, there you go. They have paddles. Huge length on this guy. I was not expecting that. You know, head articulation. He can do a full 360. Can look up. Can look down. Mouth opens and closes. No real articulation at the neck because of the way that it's structured. Fins can move up and down. They can also rotate on that hinge. They have a hinge here and a hinge here. And same as on the back, you know, they have the rotation that way, hinge there and hinge there. Not much at the tail except for near the tip, and as we already mentioned, little swivel part. So there you go. Now, as far as its accessories go, the swords can tab underneath in, you know, screw holes down there, but it doesn't really work that well. So what I do is I will have them tabbed into these ports right here on the flippers. That is a very tight connection. Is that even supposed to be a connection? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, let me try it this way. Wow, these tab connections are very strong. One moment. Okay, well, slight change of plans. I can't get the weapons to actually fit on the figure. The ports are a little bit too narrow for the actual pegs on either the weapons and the sides of the sword. So I can't get them to tab in yet. Maybe if I fiddle with it some more, it'll be able to work out a little bit better. But yeah, there you go. You have Planet X Triton. Final thoughts. I paid about $40 for this because again it was on sale. I would say if you're looking to get one, $40 would probably be the most I would spend on it. You know, there's some issues with some gaps, stuff not fitting together necessarily quite right. It is a bit floppy, and the joints are they sound a little too tight for my liking. I'm probably gonna, like, especially in the legs and the base of the legs and the knees, they seem scary tight. So I would be very cautious about posing this guy. As far as looks go, though, it's amazing. It is beautiful. It looks just like a Fall of Cybertron Dinobot, which obviously is what they were going for. So yeah. And I think that'll about do it. So this has been Ray Recall doing the video review for Planet X's Triton. And yeah, y'all stay breezy.